Hey, Chris here. Happy Tuesday. Got your Monday market report a day late, so I'll keep it short on this edition of Let's Talk About It. Davis County. Let's go. All right, so this week we're going into Davis County. Tells a little bit of a different story than Weber County. For that video, go check it out. Well, let's dive into this. So, historical data on this one is going back to May 12th to today, June 17th. So about a little over a month change difference. So from May 12th to June 17th, our days on markets go from 47 days in May to 49 days in June. We're looking at our list price at just under 584,000 for May and just over 615,000 for June. Sold prices, we are looking at just under 575,000 for May and just over 609,000 for the month of June. Sell to list ratio, May was 98.5, which is really great. Not much of a change, but even better for June, we're looking at 99.0%. So let's break it down and see if we can figure out what this means. So list price jumped up by about a little over 31,000, 5.37%. Sold price increased up by a little over 34,000 by that's about 5.97%. Sell to list ratio improvement went from 98.5 to 99. Buyers are paying closer to asking, showing sustained competition. And then just a slight, it's not really anything big, but slight days on market, you're looking 47 to 49. Nothing to get excited about. So how does this align with national trends and what we're seeing nationally as far as what some of the outlets are reporting as far as more sellers entering the market than buyers? Davis County does not quite fit that mold. Some national reports nationwide suggest that seller activity is outpacing buyer demand, creating more inventory and longer market times in some areas. In Davis County, this trend is not reflecting that quite yet. Days on market have increased slightly, not enough to suggest any type of buyer fatigue. Prices are still climbing, suggesting that buyer demand is strong locally, especially for upgraded or move-in ready homes. If the national trend continues, we may see days on markets begin to rise more noticeably, a plateau or dip in pricing, and better buyer leverage in negotiations. But we're not seeing that in Davis County. In Davis County, we are still seeing in literally just a month span, we're still seeing prices go up quite a bit. With the average sold increase of $34,000, that's quite a bit. Another thing that we could possibly be seeing here is just a little bit more of a higher end home selling, or possibly that outpriced Salt Lake City market slowly moving more north, but trying to stay as close to Salt Lake as possible. Is that the reason we're seeing an increase there and a decrease in Weber County? It's a possibility, but I just think maybe demand there, just Davis County is a different beast than Weber County is we're seeing here. Okay, I promised I was going to keep this short. So my conclusion: Davis County is still resilient and competitive, but the slight increase on days on market paired with national oversupply could hint at a turning point later this summer, possibly. Sellers, now's the time to sell. If you wanted to move quick, be willing to negotiate. Buyers, stay alert. More options may soon come. Shift in the markets could always change everything. There's still plenty of room to negotiate. We are still seeing houses come in slightly under, selling for slightly under their list price. So concessions might have to work a little bit harder for them, but as long as you're working with somebody, preferably me. No, but if you need somebody, I'm your guy. Give me a call, and we will see you next week. I'll try to be on time next week. I'll be in Florida. I'm not making promises, but we'll see you next week.